Miranda grew up in Conifer Port with just her mom, Lorraine. Her mom had her at a very young age, so Miranda and her mom were always very close, almost like best friends. Lorraine worked as a barista part-time and was able to provide for their little family, but just scraping by. Even so, Miranda had a happy childhood. At 17 years old, in a cruel twist of fate, Miranda's mom passed away, leaving Miranda to care for herself at a very young age. As you can imagine, she was absolutely devastated. Within a few months, Miranda was not able to keep up with her rent for the apartment, and she was evicted, making her homeless. Miranda is incredibly smart and was able to scavenge for her survival, finding food wherever she could, even in the dumpsters. One day, a woman named Bess saw Miranda in the dumpster. Mortified that Miranda was so young and homeless, Bess offered Miranda a place to crash until she was able to get back on her feet. After a few years of working multiple part-time jobs and doing everything she could to save money, Miranda can now finally buy a plot of land with a furnished shipping container home in Grimm's Quarry. Left with only 500 simoleons, Miranda must now do whatever she can to build up her capital and fulfill her dreams of transforming her neighborhood into a modern development. Janae grew up in Windenburg at Pier Palace with her two loving dads. Both dads had great jobs, so she grew up not worrying about money and in a great home. Her dads were very green and taught her to live this type of life, focusing on conserving energy and living an eco lifestyle. Her dads were great friends with the Greenbergs, who live over in Evergreen Harbor. Janae became childhood friends with Knox, the Greenberg son. Every summer, Janae would stay in Port Promise with the Greenbergs. She grew up loving Evergreen Harbor and had so many fond memories from there. Janae saw the potential that Port Promise had of being a better, greener world. She made it her mission to move there when she was older. She vowed to clean up the town she loved so much. Now, with quite a nice inheritance from her dads, Janae lives in Shipping Views with 50,000 simoleons in the bank to help her build her world. Hello, my simmers and regulars. It's the Sorry Simmer here. If you are new to this channel, I create original challenges in The Sims 4. Right now, I'm in the middle of 3 of them, and I've also added on this 4th one because Eco Lifestyle came out. Woo! So if you love challenges in The Sims 4, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on all the fun. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that little intro, gave a little bit of a backstory on our characters for this next challenge Let's Play. So as you saw, we have 2 very different Sims with 2 very different goals and ambitions. In this challenge, these Sims are going to be competing to see who can make their dream neighborhood first. Although only you and I know that they're competing. They've never met each other. They have no idea that they're competing. They're basically competing with themselves. So this challenge I am calling the Green or Green Challenge. So as you heard in the introduction, we have 2 different Sims. The Sim number 1 I am calling the Industrial Sim. This Sim in this challenge wants to make as much money as possible. This Sim will grind it out, go to work, do whatever he or she needs to do in order to make as much capital as possible. The second Sim, who I'm calling the Green Sim, doesn't really care all that much about money. This Sim just wants to make the world a better place, wants to make it greener, more eco-efficient, things like that. So we will test out whether green money wins or green lifestyle. Get it? Green or green? Yeah? has a ring to it, right? Green or green? Green or green challenge? I don't know. Maybe it's silly, but that's what it's called, so too bad. Okay, on to the rules. Rule number 1. I am playing 2 completely different households in this challenge. So I am going to swap my Sims once a sim day at 9 a.m. So I'll do a full day with the industrial sim and I'll do a full day with the green sim. Rule number 2. In order to complete this challenge, the sim must complete 2 aspirations. Rule number 3. The industrial sim has to start with only 500 simoleons. So the industrial sim is similar to a rags to riches type of challenge. That sim is starting from a completely different place than the green sim. And I'll explain that a little bit more after I am done with these rules. Rule number 4. The green sim is going to start with 50,000 simoleons. So a much different place than the industrial sim. But the catch, the green sim has to have the Freegan trait. And I will explain how that's a catch once we jump into CAS. Rule number 5, they are going to start out with the same amount of influence points. That's one thing that I'm not going to vary. Rule number 6, if you want to use lot traits to help out your cause for each of your sims, go ahead. Okay. It is important to note, I'm sure you've already noticed, that this challenge is not fair. It is not even, they're not starting out with the same amount of money. I did this on purpose to reflect real life. So, not all of us start out on a fair playing field. Some of us are born into money, some of us aren't, some of us have to work harder to get it. And I wanted to reflect that in this challenge. So that's why I've made it a little bit different than a normal challenge. I wanted to make it so that both sims have some advantages, both sims have some disadvantages, and then we can see how that affects their success or their non-success. Okay, let's hop into CAS. I'm actually not going to start the challenge today. I really just wanted to introduce you guys to the characters, to their backstories, and also to where they're living. And then the next episode will be the official part 1, where we start the challenge. We start from day 1 at 9 a.m. So here we have Miranda Rosen. As you can see, she's a pretty cool chick. If you watch my last video on Black Lives Matter, you probably noticed that this is the same sim that I made, or one of them. I didn't plan on doing this. I was going to make new sims for this challenge, but I ended up making those sims and I absolutely loved them. So I'm going to use those sims. Okay, so this is Miranda Rosen. As you can see, she's the one that was homeless, so I didn't want to kind of dress her up in like anything super fancy. Although as she gets a little more rich and things like that, I think we can change up her clothes a little bit. So she's a recycle discipline. So it says these sims are rabid recyclers that benefit from recycling and rummaging for bits and pieces, but should they go too long without indulging in their hobby, ... So we don't know what happens, but maybe we'll find out. I don't know. It might be fun to find out. Yeah, so she's going to basically just do anything that she can do to make money, and recycling is going to be one of them. She's going to be recycling, she's going to be hustling and selling and doing all that kind of thing. So that's why I wanted to give her that trait, and then we get a chance to kind of test that out. Next one is ambitious. As you saw, she's had a little bit of a harder life. I mean, she had a happy childhood with her mother, but they didn't have a lot of money, and so she wants to know what it's like to kind of have that money. Miranda, because she just grew up with her mom, she longs to have a big family someday, to meet her soulmate and have lots of kids and have enough money to provide for them and not have to worry. So that's kind of her kind of ongoing aspiration. Her third trait is the maker trait. So that one, it says, these sims become happy when making things. They become sad when it's been too long since completing a project on a fabricator, candle making station, juice fizzer, or woodworking table. They do not receive negative effects from crafting or repair failures. So that's going to help out a little bit. Okay, so I'll really quickly go through her outfits. On purpose, I use the eco lifestyle clothes for a lot of them, not all of them. Some of these things you see are custom content, but this shirt, for instance, is from the new pack, and I love it. It's so beautiful. So I'll just really quickly kind of go through her outfits. So these are all her everyday outfits. This is her second one. She's a little bit casual, like I said now, but really cool and hip as well. This is her third one. She looks so good. Like, I don't know, she's just so cool. Like, I just feel like she's a sim that would just be way too cool for me. Like, I would not be cool enough to be friends with this sim. I love her. Here's the next one. I love this. It's so cute. And this will be a kind of her outfit that she can wear when she crafts things and things like that. But I think it looks amazing on her. And then her last outfit, I didn't want to get rid of her Black Lives Matter outfit, so she's going to keep that one. On a side note, guys, I have put in the description all the information. There's another streamathon that the Simmers Against Social Injustice are doing this next weekend. So if you missed it this weekend, you guys can actually check it out next weekend. So dates and info are all in the description, so check it out if you can. Okay, this is her formal. Again, she doesn't have a lot of money, so I didn't want to make her formal something crazy. This is her sporty wear, her nighttime bedtime wear, and her party wear. I have a few of them, so here's one of them. Oh my god, she looks so good in that. This is her second one. And the first one, another little like casual but really cool kind of outfit. This is her swimwear. Happy Pride, everyone. Her hot weather wear and her winter wear, which I think that's what she's wearing right now because I wanted to start a different season. I always start with spring, and so just for something different, I started with winter in this game save. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're wearing this one. And okay, so let's jump into her house. So this is the house that she basically spent all of her life savings on. She spent a few years under kind of Bess's care. Bess has now become a really good friend to her. Obviously, she helped Miranda out. So she spent a few years kind of just saving up money for this, and this is the house that she has bought. So this is something that I built. I wanted to make something super starter, super not exciting. I didn't want it to look amazing. I just wanted it to look very kind of drab. As you can see, there's kind of like weeds and, you know, it's just not looking great, especially now in the winter time. Actually, the inside ended up looking better than I thought and better than I really meant to, but that's okay. Everything is the cheapest, and then as she gets more money, we can, you know, add more industrial things because obviously we want to make this town industrial. That is our goal, and we can definitely make the home a little bit prettier. This is it. Not pretty from the outside, yet nothing special. Just using some of the windows, some of the new windows, and some of the new wallpapers and things like that. Okay, so it is a tiny home. Maybe I should just really quickly show you guys the lot traits, because I did tell you some of them. As part of the challenge, you can use some of the lot traits to help her cause. Now, she obviously is starting with only $500, so that's a huge disadvantage. So I wanted to give her some advantages. So here's what we did. Lot type, where is it? Okay, so we have a trait. This is a new trait called the natural well. So spring water runs under this lot, reducing utility bills and offering fresh, clean water from the tap. If you conserve more water than you're using, you can also get a premium from the utility bills and actually make a profit. So she's going to do that. She's going to do that with the water, and she's going to do that with the power as soon as she's able to buy those items. Next one is the Geothermal, which is also a new lot trait. It's natural heating lowers utility bills by generating power and keeps any pools warm. And the third one is another new lot trait, and it's reduce and recycle. This lot generates compostable and recyclable trash, and outdoor cans are no longer bottomless. Actively managing the trash output is a must. So I think I gave this lot trait to both, so there's no advantage or disadvantage. I just wanted to try with that because I thought it would make it really hard, and it probably will, and the houses are probably going to look terrible, so I apologize. I'm going to try my best, I promise. Okay, so here's our little house. Let's go back into live mode. Okay, so we have a little kitchen. All these counters are the old counters, but for some reason, it still kind of looks decent. This is the little washroom, just bare essentials. We have a little living room. She doesn't have enough money. Oh, geez, that's clipping through. There we go. Here's upstairs. There's actually a lot of space in this bedroom, so we can use this for something. We can also, if we wanted to make like a deck out here, we can do that. The possibilities are endless. So right now we just have a huge bedroom with like barely anything in it. I mean, I think it looks nice, but yeah, it's pretty empty. So yeah, we have a lot of space to kind of do things, so that's fine. Okay, so that's Miss Miranda. So let's move on to our next sim, our green sim. Oh, and I'm not sure if I explained to you guys. So basically, they're both living in Evergreen Harbor, and I think I did explain it in the intro. Miranda is going to be, she's living in this neighborhood. If we look at the eco footprint, I'm sure you guys have seen if you've watched any of the Game Changers or anything like that. This kind of shows how the neighborhood's doing. So this specific neighborhood that Miranda's in has an eco footprint of green. Now she kind of wants it to be more industrial and more modern, so she's gonna be actually going for this look that Port Promise has. Now our next sim is actually living in Port Promise here. She's going to be trying to do the opposite, so she's going to be trying to make this industrial town more green, like Grimm's Quarry. So let's take a look at her. Okay, so this is our next queen, and she is absolutely a queen. Look at how beautiful she is in this dress. Okay, so this is Janae Davis. These are her traits. So she has the Freegan trait, which I did say I would explain. So let's just hover over here. She loves garbage, apparently. So these Sims reject consumerism and prefer to reduce wasteful spending by any means. They enjoy finding reused or thrown away goods and foods. In fact, they have the best luck at finding the highest quality treasures in dumpsters. They may become tense or uncomfortable if they spend too much time earning or spending simoleons. So, as I said, yes, this challenge is not fair because she's starting with 50,000 simoleons at a pretty nice inheritance. But with this trait, she doesn't really like to spend the money. So even though she has it, I think because she kind of grew up that way, her dad's, I think, made the fortune that they have because they're a little bit frugal and because they're careful with their money. So that kind of got passed on to her. So she's not one of those rich people that just go out and spend all their money. Next one is the Green Fiend. So what does it say here? Green Fiend. These Sims are happiest when living on a green street and will continuously work towards making their environment more eco-friendly. So she's going to be uncomfortable right off the bat because she's starting living in Port Promise, which is obviously an industrial town, which you guys just saw. And the next trait that she has is creative. She's a little bit of a kind of hippie-ish, hipster-ish. She wants to paint and she wants to garden and she wants to just kind of live that type of life. Okay, so let me really quickly go through her little outfits here. So this is her first everyday outfit that you guys have seen. I think this one is gorgeous. I think she looks so good. Like, look at her face. She's so beautiful. Oh, she's such a queen. Next outfit. This is her next one. This is her third one. Again, these are all new clothes for eco lifestyle. It's so beautiful. Like, look how good that is. And she looks so relaxed, but still put together. I really love it. This is her fourth outfit. A little wackier, a little bit more hippie-like. And her fifth one, which again is her, I wanted to keep her Black Lives Matter t-shirt. This is her formal wear. I think she looks so good. Look at her. This is her athletic. This is her sleepwear. And her party wear. Again, happy Pride. This is her second one. Here's her swimwear, her hot weather wear, and her cold weather wear. I love her. I think she's so cute. I think she's so gorgeous. Okay, so let's go and show her house. Now, I didn't make this house. This one is the awful one that comes with eco lifestyle. So I know you guys have seen this on the live stream, so I don't really need to go through this one all that much. So this is it. It's already kind of starting a little bit green, so it's got the green roof, though all those things are going to help us. To be honest, it's pretty empty. So yeah, she's basically starting from scratch a little bit as well. Obviously, she has more money, but she'll definitely have to work to kind of, you know, make a garden and, you know, decorate her house the way that she wants to. She's got a random couch just looking outside of the window. She's got a barbecue, and she's got a kind of table upstairs in the grass. Do we have anything? No, like we can why would we? Oh, okay, but she's got a little garden that she can start here, which is great. Yeah, so she'll definitely have to build up her lot as well, and we'll make her lot much more beautiful. Anyways, this is Janae. I love both of these characters. I don't think I have a favorite right now. I'm sure we'll all have a favorite as the challenge goes on, but right now I love them both, and I love both of their backstories, so I'm really excited to start this and kind of see how it goes. So for now, this is just the introduction. This is introducing you to the characters and the challenge, and I will see you guys later, and we will do part 1 very soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are excited for this challenge, because I am. And stay happy and healthy. Bye.